Hey guys, it's Chris back at it again with another video. Okay, have you ever felt that you were always waiting for something bad to happen in your day? Even if it's a good day, you start thinking like, oh shit's gonna start falling down now. Shit's gonna go all the way down. Your world's gonna go upside down, just waiting on that moment until it actually does happen. You always expect bad things to happen, even though it's been a great day. And you always count the bad things that happen. You're always waiting for it. And I suffer from that severely. I always am scared when something happens, something good happens. I was always thinking like, oh shit, what's gonna be the next bad thing that's gonna happen to me? What's the next thing to ruin my day? And I've been stuck in that kind of mindset for my entire childhood, even now. So even when you're trying to cut it off, it's hard. But in the grand scheme of things, when you think about it in your higher self, you think, oh, I shouldn't do that because it's like I'm letting negative energy come in my life, and you shouldn't do that. It's like the school system. When your test paper comes out, what do the teachers do? They count the mistakes. Count the mistake. They say, oh, you're 94 out of 100. You got 6 answers wrong. It's never you got 94 right. It's always, you know, the mistakes they point out. And with how life works, they always just point out the mistakes. They never really talk about the good, right things you did. And when people gossip and talk behind each other's back, they just talk about what you did wrong that day. They just talk about the bad things, even though if it's rumor or not, that's what people talk about. And I think we as a society created this world where we only count mistakes. You only count the bad things until, it's too late. It's in the end. Or like you in a relationship, and then after you broke up, that's when you realize damn, I actually lost her. Like she was actually the one. She could have been the one. It's kind of like that in a way. Because when you're with someone or you're going through something, you always think about the mistakes or the bad things. It's not that bad things won't happen. It's like we shouldn't think about it like that. We shouldn't be expecting it. We should just be thinking of everything that's right that happened in our lives. Because when you go into that mindset, I always go into this deep, not deep depression, or depressive episodes that I come back from time to time. And now that I escaped most of my problems and I'm actually living on my own, away from everything, away from everyone I know. I'm in another country with nobody really. So I still have that mindset. And I'm trying to cut that part out of my life. But it's actually hard when, you actually did that all the time. Or it's kind of like a habit that you do. So what I do is I try to count the good things because we take the good things for granted. We do. Even small little things, small little pleasures in life. At least I do. And it's not a life that I want to continue. I want to live life like I'm counting the blessings every day. Not like, literally count them, but just giving them more appreciation. And at the end of the day, I try to think of like good things that happened. My coworker cooked me some food. That was pretty good. And today I was pretty great. Talked to a lot of people. I work at a restaurant, by the way, so I was pretty good with the people. I'm starting to get better at social interactions, especially here in the States. It's a different ball game from where I'm from. But yeah, I'm adapting. I'm pretty great at adapting. It's one thing that I would say to people that I'm actually really, really proud of, because I'm not like an academic smart. I'm not like a street smart. I'm more like a adaptive person, and it's really worked in my favor as long as I stay consistent. And I'm really thankful that I am who I am. I'm thankful that I am in this position in my life. And I'm thankful that I reached this point in my life where I'm actually just standing on my own 2 feet. And I'm doing it pretty good. And even though it seems lonely, it definitely made me a better person, and I'm definitely thankful for that. And I know there's a lot of bad things that happen, are still happening. I don't want to expect them. It's life, it's up and downs, and perspective is a big thing. You shouldn't count like the bad things that happen. You shouldn't expect them. You should count all the good things that happen in your life, because perspective is everything. It's literally everything. It's a mindset, it's a habit. Even thinking like driving, and you see like a slow driver, you probably, the first thing you probably think is, oh fuck, is this guy stupid or something? Huh? Come on, I'm working here, like something like that. But maybe you could change perspective and think like, oh, maybe he's just tired and he's afraid that he would crash his car. It's just like, the perspective thing is so important, especially when you grow up. How you think about things, how you learn that society taught us how to focus on the negative stuff, and it keeps you in this like fear-mongering state where you just get scared and scared over again, because you only focus on the bad things, and fear does nothing good in your life. Fear and self-doubt is where the devil works, and you should stop and get away from that, every day. It's not like if you do it once, it'll go away. It's a practice. It's a lifestyle. It's an everyday thing that you should think about. It's like forgiving someone. Like holding a grudge is bad. hatred, and you should forgive them just based on the fact that you don't want that negative energy in life. You don't want that hatred to stay within you, because it stays, it grows. And it goes into who you are as a person. It'll make you like a more irritating person. It'll make you more annoying. You find everything annoying, that type of stuff. You should just forgive, because you don't want any part of that fear, that hatred, and that fear that the devil likes to play with. Because that's all it's ever been. That's how everything works, really. Like people using fear and hate. Because hate stems from fear. Because you think about it, all the sins just come from fear. It's either, no, it's either it's like literally the source, or like what happens next, I forgot, like the outcome, like the cause and effect. All the sins have sins and like hatred and stuff. When you think about it, all of it roots down in fear, because that's all it is. It's fear and love, fear and faith. And we should be faithful, and we should practice in our everyday life to change our perspective, and so that we won't allow that type of negative energy to come in our life. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying it's easy. It's never easy. It's a practice, so you'll probably be shit at it at first, and you'll be better every day if you just be consistent with it. And I am not a really fast learner, but I know I am adaptive, and I know if I stay consistent, it'll just be a habit of mine. So always look at the glass half full. Don't look at the part that you don't have. Don't look at the empty space. Look at the things that make up your life, that make you happy. Actually look at it and appreciate it. Appreciate everyone that gives you love. Actually appreciate them. Appreciate the things that happen around you. Appreciate where you are. Be thankful. And if you're like in a deep down, lower energy, where you just hate everything, I'm just asking you, do you want to continue living that life? Do you accept that that's who you are as a person? Because we're more than emotion. We're more than our physical manifestations. We're more than that. We're more than the habits and like the little things that we do daily. And we shouldn't let it dictate who we are. Because who we are is who we decide to be. So who do you decide to be? Are you going to take the perspective of, hatred all around, grudge, and every day just having the fear that someone's going to stab you in the back? Or are you going to have the perspective of someone who's thankful in everything in life, thankful for everyone who has helped them, who has shown love to them, actually giving back that appreciation? Who would you much rather be? What perspective you want to take? It's not It doesn't take smarts. It just takes a change of perspective with how you think. So change it with the small thoughts that bring you negative. Just change that little thing that you're looking at, bad things that will happen, that had happened, and start thinking about the good things. Because we take things for granted, and you should be more thankful for everything. We shouldn't let fear control us anymore. Fear and hatred is something that the devil works in, so that's it. Just change perspective. See you in the next video.